Have you been facing some challenges and you feel is a spiritual attacks? Are you in the middle of a storm? Dark shadows around every corner, whispers of doubt and fear try to pull you under, and it feels like invisible forces are waging war on your peace, your health, your relationships, your business and marriage. In a world filled with chaos, spiritual warfare, negative energies, toxic influences, and outright evil attacks, the Bible offers an unbreakable fortress. And guess what? That fortress is found in the book of Psalms, the ancient songs of warriors like King David who faced giants, betrayals, and demonic oppressions head-on. But here's the hook. These aren't just pretty poems. They're divine declarations, spiritual weapons loaded with God's promises that can shatter chains, repel darkness, and bring supernatural deliverance. If you've ever felt oppressed, attacked, or just plain stuck, these psalms are your lifeline. I'll break down 10 of the most potent ones, quoting key verses straight from the Bible, using the New International Version for clarity, explaining their meaning, and showing you how to apply them in your daily battles. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped to read, pray, and declare these over your life, and watch miracles unfold. Before we jump in, hit that like button if you're ready for breakthrough. Subscribe for more faith-building content, and drop a comment below. What's one evil attack you're facing right now? Let's build a community of warriors in the comments. Alright, let's get into it. No fluff, just fire from the Word of God. 1. Psalm 91, the ultimate shelter from evil. Starting strong with the heavyweight champion of protection psalms, Psalm 91. This one is often called the Soldier's Psalm because it's been recited by warriors in foxholes and believers in crises for centuries. If evil attacks feel like arrows flying at you day and night, this psalm declares God's covering over you like an impenetrable shield. Let me read the key verses. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Psalm 91 verses 1-7. Wow, right? This psalm paints a vivid picture of God as your personal bodyguard. The fowler's snare represents traps set by the enemy, maybe a deceitful scheme at work or a temptation leading to addiction. The arrow that flies by day could be those sudden attacks of anxiety or criticism from others. But here's the promise. When you dwell in God's presence, through prayer, worship, and obedience, evil can't touch you. I've seen this in action. A friend of mine was battling severe depression, feeling like dark spirits were tormenting her mind. She started declaring Psalm 91 every morning, and within weeks, the fog lifted. She experienced deliverance like never before. To make this attractive for your life, memorize verses 1-2 and declare them when fear creeps in. Imagine God's wings wrapping around you, safe, warm, invincible. If you're watching this and feeling attacked right now, pause the video and pray this psalm out loud. Deliverance starts with declaration. 2. Psalm 23. Guidance through the valley of shadows. You can't talk about deliverance without Psalm 23, the shepherd's anthem that has comforted billions. Evil attacks often come in the form of lack, fear, or loss, making you feel like you're wandering in a dark valley. But this psalm reminds us that God isn't just a distant king. He's our intimate shepherd, leading us out of danger. Key verses. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23 verses 1 to 6. This is pure gold. The darkest valley, often translated as the valley of the shadow of death, symbolizes those seasons where evil seems to loom, grief, financial ruin, or spiritual oppression. But notice, you don't stay there, you walk through it. God's rod for protection and staff for guidance are your weapons against evil. Enemies might surround you, but God sets a feast right in their faces. Talk about divine comeback. Let me share a story to grab your attention. During a tough time in my life, when betrayal from close friends felt like an evil dagger, I meditated on this psalm. I visualized God as my shepherd, pulling me out of the pit. Suddenly, opportunities opened up, and those enemies faded into irrelevance. If you're under attack from relational evil or scarcity mindsets, pray Psalm 23 over your situation. Declare, I will fear no evil. Watch how God refreshes your soul and overflows your cup. This isn't just poetry, it's power. Psalm 3, Psalm 27. Boldness in the face of fear. Psalm 27. A battle cry for those terrorized by fear-based attacks. Evil loves to use intimidation, making you shrink back from your destiny. But David, the author, faced real enemies, armies, slanderers, and spiritual foes, and emerged victorious by seeking God's face. Powerful verses. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. Psalm 27 verses 1 to 4. Feel that confidence surging? Whom shall I fear? Is a direct challenge to evil forces. Whether it's physical threats, emotional manipulation, or supernatural oppression, this psalm shifts your focus from the attack to the attacker's defeat. David's secret? Prioritizing God's presence over problems. In today's world, evil attacks might look like cyberbullying, workplace sabotage, or nagging doubts about your faith. But declaring this psalm builds an inner stronghold. To make it real, I once used Psalm 27 during a health scare that felt like an evil curse. Doctors were puzzled, but as I sought God's beauty through worship, healing came swiftly. If you're watching and fear is gripping you, repeat verse 1 like a mantra. Let it ignite boldness. Evil trembles when you stand unafraid. 4. Psalm 34. Deliverance from all troubles. Psalm 34 is a testimony psalm, written after David escaped a life-threatening situation by feigning madness. It's perfect for deliverance from evil traps that seem inescapable, addictions, false accusations, or demonic influences. Excerpt. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Psalm 34 verses 4 to 8. The angel of the Lord encamps around. That's heavenly special forces on your side. Evil attacks often bring shame and fear, but this psalm promises radiance and rescue. David tasted God's goodness in crisis. You can too. Story time. A subscriber shared how reciting this psalm broke a cycle of abusive relationships, evil patterns that kept repeating. She called on God, and angels encamped, bringing peace and new beginnings. Apply it. When evil whispers lies, taste God's goodness through praise. Deliverance follows. 5. Psalm 37. Victory over the wicked. Evil attacks can come through wicked people, jealous colleagues, corrupt systems, or outright oppressors. Psalm 37 assures that while the wicked prosper temporarily, God delivers the righteous. Key lines. Do not fret because of those who are evil or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass they will soon wither, like green plants they will soon die away. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will do this. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Psalm 37 verses 1 to 6. This is a roadmap to deliverance. Trust, delight, commit. Evil schemes wither. Your reward shines. Personal hook. In a legal battle that felt rigged by evil, I delighted in God, and vindication came dramatically. If injustice attacks you, declare this. Watch the wicked fade. 6. Psalm 46. God as refuge in turmoil. When evil shakes your world, like natural disasters, global chaos, or personal earthquakes, Psalm 46 declares God as your unshakable refuge. Verses. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. Psalm 46 verses 1 to 4. Amid catastrophe, God's river brings joy. Evil can't drown you when He's your strength. Attention grabber. During a pandemic, this psalm anchored many, delivering from fear's grip. Pray it in storms, find gladness. 7. Psalm 59. Rescue from enemies. Psalm 59 is David's plea during Saul's pursuit, a raw cry for deliverance from bloodthirsty evil. Excerpt. Deliver me from my enemies, O God. Be my fortress against those who are attacking me. Deliver me from evildoers, and save me from those who are after my blood. See how they lie in wait for me. Fierce men conspire against me for no offense or sin of mine, Lord. But you, Lord, laugh at them. You scoff at all those nations. You are my strength, I watch for you. You, God, are my fortress. Psalm 59 verses 1 to 3, 8 to 9. God laughs at evil plots. This builds faith that your enemies' schemes backfire. Story. A business owner facing sabotage prayed this, and conspirators exposed themselves. Use it for relational attacks. God is your fortress. 8. Psalm 121. Help from the hills. Evil attacks can feel isolating, but Psalm 121 reminds us help comes from God, the maker of heaven and earth. Full key. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. Psalm 121 verses 1 to 6. Constant vigilance. No evil slips past God's watch. Hook. Travelers recite this for protection. If wanderlust or daily commutes bring attacks, declare it. Safe journeys await. 9. Psalm 140. Protection from violent men. For direct confrontations with violent evil, abuse, threats, or aggression, Psalm 140 is a shield. Verses. Rescue me, Lord, from evildoers. Protect me from the violent, who devise evil plans in their hearts and stir up war every day. They make their tongues as sharp as a serpent's. The poison of vipers is on their lips. Keep me safe, Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Protect me from the violent, who devise ways to trip my feet. Psalm 140 verses 1 to 4. It addresses verbal and physical poison. God rescues and protects. Real life. Victims of domestic evil have found freedom through this prayer. If words wound you, counter with this. Deliverance comes. 10. Psalm 143. Renewal in despair. Finally, Psalm 143 for when evil attacks drain your spirit, leading to despair. Key. Lord, hear my prayer. Listen to my cry for mercy. in your faithfulness and righteousness come to my relief. Do not bring your servant into judgment, for no one living is righteous before you. The enemy pursues me. He crushes me to the ground. He makes me dwell in the darkness like those long dead. So my spirit grows faint within me. My heart within me is dismayed. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Psalm 143 verses 1 to 4, 8. From crushing to renewal, God's love revives. Climax story. In deep depression, this psalm brought light to a friend, breaking evil's hold. End your day with it. Morning mercy awaits. Remember, deliverance isn't passive. Read them daily, declare them boldly, and watch God move. If this resonated, like, share, and subscribe. Comment your favorite psalm below. For more, check my playlist on spiritual warfare. Until next time, stay armored in the Word. Evil has no chance.